I decided to do some drying of my own kale for this trip, and it was great. It was one of the stores that I was at had it for 99 cents a bunch for like the organic stuff, so I bought a couple of bunches, and I've been drying some kale, so this is going to be my last batch, but I don't have a food dryer here, so I've been using our oven and basically pulling all of the, you know, all of the curly leaf part off of the stems, because that's really the part that I want, and the stems will take forever to dry. And then, you know, once I have that all done, I've been adding, actually I've been leaving it without any seasonings. I tried a couple of times adding a little bit of oil to see if that would help dry it out a little faster, make it crispy faster, and I kind of think it did. It seemed to. This is my first time trying it with a rack, because if you look at drying racks, they're, you know, the racks so that the air can get up underneath and dry things out faster. So it's a rack on top of a pan with a lip, and then there's paper in the bottom, because I tried spinach in this, and I just put the spinach straight on the pan, and it left these interesting white marks that I don't really want to do because it's not my pan. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to give this a try. The oven is set to like 200 degrees, just a little bit above, keep warm, and I've been doing on an hour, off an hour, so I'll leave it on for an hour and then turn it off for about an hour and then turn it back on for an hour and just keep doing it like this, although as they get sort of more dry, I might cut back to 45 minutes or a half hour. And then, yeah, basically we're looking for green but crispy. So like a leaf in the fall, you know, where it's dried out, but it crunches in your hand. So it's good looking kale, and like I said, I tried the spinach too. The spinach was okay. The spinach was not as efficient. Kale has a lot more nutrients to it, and it's got a lower water content, so it dries out a little quicker, and you get more in the end. You get a lot more left, and you know, nutritionally wise, it's pretty good. The spinach tasted really good though. I dried and tried a couple of leaves, and they were really good. So I've been, once they've been all dried, in order to pack them more efficiently, I've been crunching them up into powder, and I'll show you that. Well, not powder, but like flakes. And I'll show you that as well. So anyway, let me get these guys in the oven, and hopefully they'll turn out good. So I'll put the racks in the oven, just like that, and hopefully, I want to stagger them a little bit, so I'll put the top one a little forward, but we want air in between them so that they cook nice and evenly. Okay, so for reference, this is the dried spinach. I've already used some, so you know, it's not a full batch of spinach, but I usually buy one of those big bags of, you know, like juicing spinach, and it was pre-washed and everything, which was really nice. That way I didn't have to do a whole lot of prep. I just threw it on there and it dried. You know, it's a little bit greener than the kale, which is a little darker, and you can see a little bit more stems, but that's totally fine. I also been using mostly curl leaf kale, like your standard kale, but I did do a batch of the dinosaur kale, the Jacinto kale. So there's some of that mixed in there, and that came out really nice and dark and green. So hopefully it will be very good in my meals. And greens are really, really nice and easy. I mean, here's cilantro too, but I cheated. I didn't dry that. I bought it because dried cilantro is so cheap. And if you can find dried spinach for cheap, you know, it's fine too. I just couldn't find it anywhere here. So I ended up making it myself. But yeah, so it wasn't terribly difficult. It just takes a little bit of time, and you can't forget that you have the oven on. Okay, So let's see what they look like. I rotated the racks around so that they would be, you know, exchange heat, some closer to heat, farther to the heat, but that is what it looks like. And as you can see, perfectly dry, crumbles up great. So I will crumble those up and put them with the other ones. So the other ones dried up a little faster, sorry to put them in there. This one, I think because it was bigger chunks, it took a little bit longer, but they still look pretty good. Maybe a little overdone since some of them were kind of yellowy, but should still be just fine. So that is how you do dried greens.